Hey y'all, I would like to tell y'all the difference between your heart mind and your brain mind. Okay, Gaia is moving like 3 or 4 times faster than she normally moves. And that means that our brain has not yet caught up to our storage unit. The real truth of who we are is inside of our hearts. Now, the night before, on February the 9th, 2016, I seen my first fairy. Okay, the next day I walked out to the mailbox, and I had got one of those fake keys from Kim's from the car lot. So I went out there to the pond, and I opened it up, and something plainly said to me, "Go get your reward." Well, I had been in the hospital, and somebody had taken my driver's license, and the judge had took my driver's license away. So I called the lady up there, and got in my car over there, and did not bring my purse, did not have no ID. I don't have a driver's license. It's against the law for me to drive. But my heart told me that, Shelby, you've done a lot in 15 years. Go do what your heart is telling you to do. So I loaded up in my car, and I was pulling out of the driveway, and I said, "You idiot, when you get up there, they're going to call the police on you." So I got up there, and I talked to the secretary, and she's like, "I want to meet you." Because I told her my story, that my heart had told me to come down here and get my reward. Well, I was no longer on the lot, okay? This young man came up to me, and I said, "I just wanted to come down here. Something told me to come and get my reward." And he said, "Okay." He said, "Would you like to look at a car?" I said, "Well, maybe a used one." And he said, "You know what? Let me run your name in the computer." I said, "Sure, why not? I don't have a job, Of course I'm not going to get no credit for no car." But anyway, he came back and he said, "The sky's the limit." And he showed me this nice little car right here. And I had no money. And he asked me, he said, "Would you like to test drive it?" I said, "Sir, it is against the law for me to drive." I said, I didn't go into that part, but I knew that my higher being knew that it was not my fault that my driver, so everything would work out. So he asked me again. He said, "Ma'am, would you like to drive the car?" And I went into it again. So the third time I finally said, "Sir, my blood sugar's low." They ordered me a pizza and a Coke. Within 20 minutes, I had this car. No ID, no money. When the universe tells you to go do something, trust in the highest of your being, the goddess of your being. Don't you know before you came, you planned everything out? So, the funny part is, though I didn't bring no money, money flew from the car. The boy wrote that I put $1,800 down. Well, after I had gotten approved for the car, very low notes, he wrote I put the money down. And after it was all said and done, an old friend of mine seen me there. And he's like, Shelby, is that you? And I'm like, yeah, Mike, it's me. He's like, well, I've sold you 4 cars. He said, we've been friends for 36 years. And so they saw my husband pulling up. And I don't know why they got in a panic. They said, did you call him? I'm like, yes, I called him. They said, well, you didn't need to. You got approved for it. With no driver's license, no job, no insurance. And so I could have drove it home right then and there. So I let it stay the night over because there was 2 of us. David came down there. And when I went to go pick the car up, Mike, my friend, he had knocked another $2,000 off. When your heart tells you that you can do something, you can do it. The reason being is that our mind has not yet caught up with the speed that Gaia is going. You see my feet? I walk barefooted in the dew in the morning and in the evening. That is to activate the crystalline inside of me. Follow your heart, not your head. Your heart has 1,000 times more energy. That's a storage unit. That's everything you are right there in the heart. In the heart. So I just wanted to share the difference between the heart mind and your brain. Don't trust it. If you are meant to go do something, the laws of the land don't apply in the 4th dimension. And I very well knew that. Because 6 months prior, the galactics and everybody said, you are no longer obligated to follow the laws of the land. But of course, being a good citizen, you want to follow the laws. Of course, I am. I have a perfectly good car right there. Nothing wrong with it at all. And by the way, every one of these right here, I just took a little stem. This is Meteoron, the Archangel Meteoron, who's bringing in the ascension. These are his favorite flowers. Scent is another way to raise your vibrations and to move the energies in your body. Follow your heart, not your brain. I'm checking out, and I'm gonna be giving you tips on how to reach that Kundalini. And when you do, it is a DMT trip all of the way. I love y'all. Be in love. See love. And if it's not of love, close your eyes. Hear love. And if it's not of love, plug your ears. I grew this one too. All of these flowers. And if it's not of love, walk away. Don't listen to that media. Cut it off. Cut that TV off. Try to go back and watch the old classic movies, something that you know that the Illuminati or the Dark Cabal hasn't had their hand in quite yet, because they're not quite so desperate back then as they are now. Okay, I'm coming back with y'all with a few more tips, and let's see if we see Henry out here right now. Henry, you out here? Let's see if we can see him. I'll be right back at y'all. I've got a few more tips I'd like to tell y'all. I love y'all. Shelby.